Hi friends, welcome to Sada Learning Hub. You are with me Shadashara. Today's session we are going to learn most important Java interview questions. The first question: what if the static modifier is removed from the signature of the main method? Program compiles but at runtime throws an error, no such method error. Why? Because if it is public static void main is not available, JVM will throws a runtime exception, no such method error. It compiles successfully. The next question is what is the difference between static method and instance method? A method that is declared as a static is known as a static method. A method that is not declared as a static method is known as a method that is not declared as a static is known as instance method. Object is not required to call the static methods, but object is required to call the instance methods. A non-static members cannot be accessed in the static constant context directly. Static and non-static variables both can be accessed in the instance methods. For example, public static int cube of int n. It returns the n cube. And coming to the instance methods, public void message. If it is a static method, in the method signature contains static keyword. If it is an instance method, it doesn't contains any static keyword. The next question is, can we override a static method? No, you can't override the static methods because they are not a part of a class, not an object. No, you can't override the static methods because they are not part of they are the part of class, not an object. Static methods, it's not possible to override because static methods are part of class. The next question is why we cannot override the static methods. It is because the static methods is a part of class and it is bounded with a class, whereas instance method is bounded with the object, and static gets memory in a class area and instance gets memory in the heap area. Why? Because we can't possible to override the static methods. Static methods are the class level methods and instance methods are the object level methods. The static methods get memory in a class area, but instance methods get memory in the heap level. The next question is what is the difference between static binding and dynamic binding? In case of static binding, type of objects is determined at the compile time, whereas in dynamic binding, type of objects is determined at a runtime. These are the static binding and dynamic binding. The static binding type of objects is determined at a compile time, and dynamic binding type of objects is determined at the runtime. That is the difference between static binding and dynamic binding. The next question is, can you declare an interface method static? No, because methods of an interface is abstract by default and static, and not an abstract keyword cannot use it together. It's not possible to use final static and abstract keywords cannot use it together. It's not possible. That's why we can't use static keywords in the interface level methods. The next question is what is the static import and static synchronization and static block and static variable? What is the static import? By the static imports, we can access the static members of a class directly. There is no to quantify within the class name. There is no need to use the class name. And coming to the static synchronization, if you make any static method as a synchronized, the lock will be on the class, not an object. If you make a static method as a synchronized, the lock will be on the class, not an object. And coming to the what is a static block? Static block which exactly executed exactly once. When the class is first loaded into the JVM, before going to the main method, the static block will be executed. What about the static variable? Variables that have only one copy per class are known as static variables. They are not attached to the particular instance of the class but rather belongs to the class as whole. They are declared by using a static keyword as a modifier static type identifier, whereas the name of the variables is var identifier and its data type is specified by the type. Static variables that are not explicitly initialized in the code are automatically initialized with the default values. The default values is depends on the data types of the variables. That is the static variables.
Thank you so much watching this video. Hope this lesson helpful to you. Keep watching our lessons. Keep writing to us. Do not forget subscribe our channel Learning Hub because we have many sessions that would help you to develop our skills, and I will be back soon. Till then you take care. Bye bye.